Stardate 227.4. Time to join me for the Enterprise. Hey folks, you probably hear about it all the time, and you're wondering, what the heck is Enterprise Wireless? What makes it so different than just regular wireless? I mean, really, is this just a marketing term? Is this just something that, we do to sell you more expensive APs? Or is there really honestly a difference here? Well, let's take a look. Our regular wireless access points are really designed to be kind of standalone, right? Like a home unit, right? You'll get that little dude in, and let me find my little handy square here. You'll get that dude in, and everything is great, and it'll have a couple little antennas on it, and then it serves up everybody, or it's a small business, that type of thing. And these work great, right? Even if you have to put a repeater on them, or just kind of extend your network out, these are kind of good for our smaller applications. Move that little deal here. These are cool for smaller spots to cover a few clients, right? Maybe even up to 50, something like that big, right? But once we start getting into the realm of wanting to find out what other people are doing on the network, how my wireless is going to affect other businesses that I may be sharing office space with, if I want to enforce policies, that type of thing, that's where I get into the realm of an enterprise wireless, right? Whereas those devices themselves are typically going to have some type of controller unit in the middle, and then you're going to have all your APs really kind of be almost featureless, right? They're going to be kind of scattered out throughout your network, and they're going to home run back to the central controller somehow, usually through a switch, that type of stuff to power them up. But the biggest difference between the two is these devices here are actually running, they're autonomous. They stand by themselves. If I've got to roll out features, if I want to set up any type of security or whatever, I got to do it per AP. So you can see where that wouldn't scale. If I've got to do 3 of them, then my probability of a configuration going wrong, or if I've got to update the firmware on these things, this gets to be a real hassle, keeping track of passwords, all that stuff. This doesn't seem to scale as well as something like this. An enterprise wireless device, you're going to have this one central unit where everything is going to be managed from the center, and then it's going to be pushed out to these APs. And this is really where the dividing line between the two happen. Now, I'll tell you what, for me, when it comes to an enterprise class type of system, I'm looking at something that is going to be running nonstop, something that I can put in my network that's going to have some level of redundancy, so that if I do have a failure on my network, I've got another controller that can back up and immediately jump in and take over for this controller, right? So that's where obviously having a switch and these home run back makes a big difference. But being able to, augment and keep those configurations current and load balance that traffic out, that's a big piece, right? An enterprise class wireless system is one that acts like an enterprise class network system. It's a lot more than just a marketing term. There's a lot of technology that goes into this. There is a lot of ability to do caching, to have bigger RAM in here, to actually service a lot more clients and be able to handle a lot more different frequencies, right? You see these APs here coming out, and they'll make these really big claims like, I'm trying to write on the screen here. Been doing it too long. They'll support stuff like AC and stuff, and yeah, that's kind of true, because they will support it, but it does take a big hit. The higher up, the more stuff you're doing on one of these, the more your performance is going to drop, because you're asking that AP to give you a lot. It doesn't have that kind of horsepower, right? It's like, trying to help your friend move, and all you have is an AC Gremlin like producer Steve drives every day, right? Trying to help somebody move with one of those things versus somebody that has a pickup truck. You want your pickup truck friend to come and help you move, because he can load a whole bunch of stuff in here. That's where the realm of the enterprise AP system itself really comes into play. It does have the horsepower. It can upgrade. It can keep all my firmware consistent. And it does have the ability to do tracking, to provide regulatory requirements, and to give me the ability to make instantaneous changes. So if I have a person leave my network, man, when an IT person leaves your company, that is a really, really big deal, because they're entrusted with so much information and with so much access that when they leave, you have to take action immediately to suspend their accounts, to turn that access off. And if you got these APs scattered out all over the place, that's an all-day job, and you're going to have some problems. And the chances are, most of the time, people have one account that they can get into everything. That is an absolute huge no-no on any type of anything you put on a network. You should never have a single master account. Everybody should have their own access account with the right privileges to give them the right stuff. Enterprise AP, to do something like that, quick change, right? Less than a minute. Boom, you can make that change and your type of done. That's where the rubber really hits the road here. So, my opinion, if you need something that's going to support 100 clients, if you have any type of regulatory requirements, if you need some type of redundancy, even if you're at a branch office and you need to connect back to a central site and stuff, you're looking for something more enterprise class, something that's going to help you troubleshoot, especially if this is a satellite office out there. Don't push your old junk down to them, man. I mean, I used to do it all the time, right? I'd upgrade my enterprise side. I'd give them all my old junk, and, they can make deal with it. The problem is that they're satellite offices. They don't have an IT staff. We got to hire somebody out in town to come and fix this stuff. Man, that's not cool. I need something I can fix from one location, from one central area, and that's where the enterprise system really comes into play.